Well, it's a little after 1, and we're stacking up. It's about a 45-minute bus ride into town for a hotel. Quito. Outstanding.
Bus, we have a water dispenser. In front we have a water dispenser where you can refill your bottles as many times as you want.
Oh, good.
And in Galapagos, in the boat, we also have water dispensers. So you can refill, you know, and keep everything rotated as many.
They built a brand new airport, and it's 40 minutes out of town. The hotel we're going to stay in is a former casino downtown. Again, this used to be a casino. Looks like a gambler's room. Sure enough.
Why would you say that?
I just...
This.
You gamble and you have a place to flop.
We're like gamblers, 10 after 2 in the morning, you know?
Yeah,
We've got rid of all of our money and now we're gonna...
Okay.
Abajo.
Abajo.
Al centro.
Centro.
Un movimiento.
Un movimiento.
Okay.
Salud. Salud.
Salute.
Agriculture and fishing. There's a lot of products that come from the coast of Ecuador that we export to the world. Do you know which is the most consumed product for human beings after wheat, corn, and rice? Bananas.
Fire. They say it's an electric company problem. We're off to see the cathedral here. It is gigantic. Look at the anteaters up there and the monkeys.
I need binoculars. I can't see any of that stuff.
And the pumas.
Oh, there they are. I saw the pumas there.
And turtles. A lot of unique gargoyles. We're walking around the colonial section, 1500s. Churches at the very top that we just stopped at. It's a Saturday. Place is very clean. We're in the main square. Independence Square is the other term. That basically is their White House to the right. This originally was the Archbishop's palace, a big structure. The Archbishop usually wielded a lot of power, almost like a governor back then. But it is no more the Archbishop's palace. Police are on segways. And again, this was the Bishop's palace.
And they had shops in there to make money for the church.
And they had shops in his palace to make money for the church. The Ecuadorian flag. Colombia, Ecuador, Venezuela all have a similar flag. The gold is for the mineral, the gold in the ground. The blue is for the sky and ocean. And the red is for the blood that was spilt when they went with war with Spain to be free. Ecuador, the difference is they have a symbol in the middle of the flag, and I think Venezuela has stars. The country is 80% Catholic, so needless to say, there are lots of churches. And this is the governor's palace, the White House, they call it. They say they used Inca stone to build a base for this palace. Into the chocolate crafting location. Let's see, in England, the best chocolate comes from Ecuador.
Oh my gosh. Safety first, thank you.
Chocolate and passion fruit.
And his wife is Ecuadorian. This is the best area to grow chocolate, to grow cocoa.
En Ecuador hay varios tipos de cacao, principalmente tenemos
Seeds on the inside.
Does it grow year round?
Hay unas toasted, they grind it, yeah.
Just tell me when I'm trying.
como el cacao tiene mucha grasa,
You know, the cocoa bean,
para comer es otro proceso.
this is how we make
The beans
hot
after
chocolate,
they're
but we make
roasted.
chocolate, the one that we just tried, 1% of sugar and 0% of powdered milk.
To get the percent, they add the cocoa mass and the cocoa butter.
Es cuánto cacao hay.
Starts with hot chocolate, and when he puts it
Como
on
hacemos,
the
no
cold,
ponemos todo, pero ponemos la mayoría del
marble
chocolate
surface,
encima del mesón de
the
mano.
temperature drops.
Y retiramos el granito.
And this is what he do is, what he's doing is to put the temperature down into that.
Ahora, no existe un número de veces, ya no hay que hago esto 5 o 6 veces.
So he has so much experience on this that he knows exactly when is the right temperature, and he will show you when is the right temperature.
Yo cojo un poquito y pongo aquí.
This is the best part. He tries it here.
Y siento la temperatura.
This is the best way to try how hot it is, or it is perfect. Yeah, if it doesn't.
Hey, that's the problem. He made, or he made.
Please take one, and we can. Please help yourselves.
Excuse me, I'm trying to get to the chocolate. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm trying.
Yum, yum, yum. Let's get our priorities down here.
With blackberry filling.
Now the blackberries grow here also?
The chocoholics have all stepped up to the bar. Hello, chocoholic.
Not much because this is
Hey, what did you buy?
Oh, I bought some
Oh, it doesn't matter, hon.
delicious chocolate.
Just gonna go in there for a second.
Watch it.
This is the best chocolate.
The best chocolate, Ecuadorian.
Oh, it's melting.
Yes.
It's
No,
dripping.
it isn't. No, it
It'll be
isn't.
dripping
Okay,
like
sea
the
salt.
broken wine bottle.
Oh, I think that'll be good.
And they incorporated the Braille walkways all through here, like we've seen in other locations. We haven't seen any blind people. That's a good idea. That's one ornate-looking church.
Hard to get this.
Yeah, I know. You can't get back far enough.
The shadow.
Of the church.
They don't allow pictures inside.
And I can give you an
They say
explanation of
the
it.
altar looks just like the ornate work on the outside, but yet covered in gold. Very beautiful inside. We bought some pictures. We're going to take pictures of pictures. You want to move to Ecuador and retire down here. And a lot of Americans, Canadians, and Europeans do that. You have to bring $20,000 to $25,000 and invest it or put it into a bank. And you can get some sort of citizenship or whatever to stay here. It's a very nice environment compared, in my opinion, to Peru, even though Peru is more authentic
If you are
for the Inca versus this is more authentic for the Spanish.
for the Social Security.
Now originally, up on the hillside, was a large wooden carving of an angel. People from Spain donated a whole bunch of aluminum, and some artists put that together. In Inca time, they said that was the perfect place to worship the sun. When the Spanish came, they said that's the perfect place to watch over the city. We're just about right on the equator here. In fact, that's why this country is called Ecuador. And the sun is murderous. I mean, it's you can really get a good sunburn here without covering or suntan lotion. This is the oldest street in town.
This used to be a very dangerous area to walk around. But it was about 20 years ago that the mayor of Quito came and told people that own the houses. Now the same people that own the houses are the same people that own the businesses.
Do you have any protection from people that might not be good clients, that might hurt you?
¿Qué tipo de protección tienes con hombres que te quieren hacer daño?
Si es dentro de esto en la calle, yo busco el auxilio de la Policía Nacional.
You know, being a legal job.
Cada mes me da acceso a los entregas de condones.
Okay, it's a must if you work on the streets to go every month. They have like a little paper where every month they have to go to a little clinic that is free to have a medical check, and also every 3 months is a
Yo ejerzo el trabajo sexual desde que tengo 17 años.
Well, she's answering all kinds of questions. The basic question is, how much does it cost? $13, 10 for her, 3 for the hotel, and she says you're usually done in 10 minutes. Pays no taxes. There's an association here that tries to control the number of girls and limits it to 24 on this general area. There are some of the other girls on the corner. This is a nice bus. The aisle down through the center is a good 4 feet wide.
I have done that 14.
Keep the kids from escaping out of school. The temperature is about maybe 72 to 75. There's a nice breeze. Time for lunch. There, down there on the left is the first cathedral, or the cathedral that we went to when we first stopped. It's a long city. It's 30 miles long and 3 miles wide. Now, isn't this a nice place for lunch? Okay, let's count them. 30 churches. Let's count them. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. I have to get in some of these pictures.
And then you want a beer or something, then you pay a beer.
You know, we started exporting tomatoes to the United States. Since this year, the FDA accepted Ecuador to export the tree tomatoes.
Okay.
We'll have to look for those.
Yeah. Oh, that is good. What is that?
It's tomato? What kind of tomato?
They said it was at the power plant. Now they said it was just an electrical company. Oh.
They say if you wanted to come here, just bring enough money, prove that you have $25,000 to $30,000, and you can stay. You can take that money and invest it in property. And if you want to stay 4 years, you can even apply for citizenship. This is a school right next door. Now here around the school there's a little graffiti on the walls. It's kind of decorative. Okay. But as an example, if we were in Peru, you'd see laundry hanging out here and there.
Phenomenal.
This town is very clean.
It was over the top.
Yeah.
Yes.
The ones,
Very nice. Organized.
they were all gold.
This is a long town. 30 miles length and 3 miles across. We didn't get into any of this section, but what we did, here's our hotel where the pen is pointing, and then we went down to the colonial district, which is outlined in yellow, and walked around all those churches, chocolate factory, had lunch somewhere around here, and up to the left here is where that statue is. Left lower.
Some bird watching.
On Sundays, the Amazonian Highway, it's a boulevard. They close half of
used
it
to be an old
all
hacienda.
day Sunday,
The
8
owner, that
to
was a very
4
wealthy
o'clock in the
person
evening
in Quito, didn't
for
pay taxes.
joggers
So the
and
city
bicyclists.
took his land from him. So this is part of people, new generations, not to adopt, not to buy a pet from them.
Grand Circle totally supports this. Local government doesn't. It's for handicapped children, musical qualities and capabilities.
49.
In between 13 years old and 49 years old.
Y uno de 78.
And one
lots of concerts. They even gave a concert to the Pope when he was here in Ecuador. We're going to go step across the equator. About 13 miles out of town. Latitude 000000.
of duality, good and bad, day and night, men and women. And if you go to the back, it has two faces, always trying to. So please, if you come this way.
A true nudist.
Used to be. Yeah, take a look here. This is a map of Ecuador, and you can see clearly the four regions in which Ecuador is divided. First, we have the coast of Ecuador by the Pacific Ocean. Then we have the Andes of Ecuador, where you are now. We're in the very northern part of the country, really close to Colombia. Quito is right here. And then this is the Amazon rainforest. This is how Ecuador used to look like before the problem we had with Peru, before World War II. So Ecuador used to go as far as the Amazon River. The Amazon River used to be part of Ecuador. That's why, because also because the expedition to discover the Amazon River started in Quito, with more than 3,000 Ecuadorians that helped the Spaniards to help.
The men of the Amazon tie up their penises, mainly because in the water there's this little parasite that can come up and swim inside you, and that keeps the parasite out. Maybe. Again, the tying of the penis was an important thing. So this is mainly a museum. We've got a guide taking us around.
A good reason to go back, to come back. Yeah. Okay. And spiders. Oh my God! Did you do that?
This is the little creature that would crawl up your penis if you weren't tied up.
Yeah, when they were real little. Is how it's called. And they're real. You can see even the nose hair. Sorry, no picture, sorry.
Condor.
No, because they...
Burial.
there is not much evidence of mummification in Ecuador, but you will see mummies in Peru. Okay? Yeah, mi amor. But before they buried them, they were drinking this kind of cactus juice. In the U.S., this is known as peyote. Your shadow before, but for us it's very tiny, small shadow. It's never been that small. So you're gonna do something today noon, when the sun will be the highest. You must be standing straight.
The
It's just in about
solstice,
6 more weeks.
winter
Okay,
and
but
summer
don't forget,
solstice
taking the picture of
only
your
lasts
shadow
for
today.
less than 2
Yes.
minutes.
This is a clock in the middle of the world, but this is a compass. Show you north, south, east, and west. So the Quito people got a mistake. For them,
6 minutes after 11.
so which one is not working well? Yours or this?
Us.
Yours. Yes. How much did you pay for it? Look at this, please. The spacing between numbers is not the same.
We all had our picture taken.
Hemispheres. There you go.
Switching hemispheres.
That's the kiss, please.
And then closing with a kiss. Oh!
You're at the U.S. Tell me which way is the U.S. going for you and which way is Australia going for you? Clockwise or counterclockwise? For you it's going counterclockwise and for you it is going clockwise. Okay? So the other question is, from the U.S. to Ecuador, you came up or down to Ecuador? What do you think? Up or down?
We came down.
You came down, is what you said, right? But once you are in Ecuador, you said you cannot breathe because it's the altitude. You get dizzy because of the altitude, because you never came down to Ecuador. It was up to Ecuador. That's not the way back to the north, but you don't go south in that way. We studied this one in the wrong way, you know, north and south. But you go on top and watch the leaves. If you do this here carefully, you always see the swirl. But here, what's happening? No swirl, right? Just straight down. Now, please, let's go to Australia.
Oh.
Yes.
It's amazing.
So you are in Australia now, but please, here I'm the shaman. Yes? The real effect on the water system.
So this wouldn't have worked in the French line, would it?
No, no. Okay, ready?
I'll tell you what the trick is. It's the way she pours the water in.
No.
It starts it.
Yeah, right.
It really does. It really does.
Okay, so
So Yvonne's trying to balance the egg on the top of a nail at the equator.
That's like a guy who drives me crazy because he's commenting.
were you drinking, Sarah? This is the UI.
I also hate heights.
You're not high.
Am I still on the line?
Oh, you're way off.
Oh wow, you're the
And that's without a rum and coke. That's pretty good. Or a gin and tonic.
Money.
This until about 20 years ago was a bar. And the 105-year-old lady ran it.
even smaller than that.
We have, again, cuy, guinea pig. The reason they're called guinea pigs is when the Spanish came over, they saw these wild animals and they looked a little bit like a pig. And the reason for a guinea is that was the monetary coin that was used in Europe at the time. Guinea, pig, cuy. Again, this is the shrunken head process. They would take the head of their enemy, shrink it down, but they would also take the head of a very important person and shrink it down. Now the enemy was used and hung around their neck as a souvenir. You can see where they boil it, take the bones out, sew up the lips, put a hot stone inside to keep it formed for a while, and then there's my souvenir. This is a head from an important person. Now we got our passport stamp, Machu Picchu, and
Ecuador is here.
at the equator.
and Ecuador was when we came in.
Yep. Mandela, it's a museum and a restaurant. The museum is 5 stories up, and instead of the elevator, we're going to use our legs, left and right. This looks like where we're going to eat. It was a long ways up.
This is called the birdman. As you can see, this man, well actually this is a shaman, and he has these wings, and this is because he's representing how they fly to go back to the cosmos where they were started. And now please come this way. If you take a look at this wall, you are going to find this small figure that is called Ukuyaya. That's the name for this amulet. And this is because the indigenous people caused the highlands, etc. So that's why the museum has his name, because the founders of the museum wanted to create this space in which everybody could bring their products. He used to take products like cotton, copper, textiles, shells, fish, and also he was the one who took the memories, the customs, everything about from one community to another. And it is important that you know that this museum in her hands, and this is because she is the woman in her role of a mother. This one, that if you take a look on her, she's like this, and this is the meditation position, so it tells us that she is the wisdom of the community, the old lady. This, the
I wish she was here so I could show you. This is interesting.
That's real different, yeah.
I wanted to come back and pick him up so we can do it. I'll take copy. I'm not going to remember that. Write that down for me.
Mythical Abakandi.
If you look around, you are going to find some of the representing bad things, and God was representing good things. So indigenous people were not allowed to protest against the Spaniards, but they were smart. So they started to create things like this.
Oh, we know the drum. He used to call us to the meals at the Amazon Rainforest Lodge.
The first one is this. This is called marimba. And it all started because the Spaniards brought some African people right here, but they were not allowed to bring their stuff with them. So once they arrived here, they started to look around and they found some materials that they could use. And this is one example of that, because they had the chunta wood right here and the bamboo right here to create the marimba. Also, there is of the mixture between the cultures, because as you can see, this kitiar is very similar to a violin, but in this case they use the shell of the armadillo to make this. And we have a local joke, because we call this the WhatsApp from the Amazon. And this is because these tuntus are located in some of the outside parts in some of the houses of the communities in the Amazon. So if they want to send messages from one house to another, they use this. Of course, they have their own code so they can understand each other. And also, if someone arrives to a house, then that person can be announced by. So the people inside the house will know exactly who's the one outside. And this is where our journey ends. I hope that you enjoy it.
It's a neat place for lunch in the museum. Serving us moonshine.
Is there moonshine? Yeah, so we put it in here, right?
Process. It's warm.
It smells good.
Just cinnamon and
Smells delicious.
moonshine.
It's a kind of a tomato, right? There isn't moonshine in it yet.
Not yet.
Well, not yet.
Not yet. He said brown sugar.
I think there's some anise.
And sometimes tomato. Didn't he say something about tomato?
Anise. Sometimes you can put a clove, sweet pepper, but
Use popcorn
Use
and chips for croutons.
Yes, please.
Popcorn.
What do you say?
let's have a great time in Galapagos tomorrow.
Galapagos.
Arriba.
Arriba. Salute.
Oh, I think you want to just sip that. You want to remember
This is a sipper. Yvonne got a flight.
it's shrimp, octopus, and fish.
Octopus and fish, right? We're going to have to use these tools for lunch.
So you guys are, you have
I want that real sharp one over there.
Those are skewers.
Skewers?
That sounds
Kill my calamari. That's octopus?
This is an octopus with mango.
Yeah.
This is shrimp with tomato.
Yes.
And this is fish with regular ceviche. Sauce, coconut milk, sweet flour, red peppers, and onions.
Wow. That's a different way of eating it. Very good. This is a unique way of eating calamari. It's like calamari Newburgh with coconut, shredded coconut in there. Very good. These meals are getting more and more and more exotic as we move along.
Well, I don't know which one I like better.
Snake women. Headed off on our own. We're going to the Botanical Gardens. Catch a cab back. Well, it's Sunday, and everybody's enjoying the park. I think we're going to see some botanicals, or those flowers. Just like being back in on the Amazon River, except we've got this walking path.
That's China. That's what they...
Amenities up in here.
You think it's humid?
A bunch of pitcher plants, you know, with the little bugs get captured in the tubula.
Oh, I bet these, the bugs get in there?
Yvonne, this one's got rum inside of it.
Oh.
Or is
that a 2 ounce?
It could be gin. How many pictures can you take of flowers? You know, somebody asked me,
Are there?
how many pictures can you take of a shipwreck? Oh yeah, now I understand. I think we have a shaman in here.
He's got a chest coat.
It's a pretty neat little structure here. Lots of orchids in here.
I think so too. It looks like it could.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a dinosaur, sort of.
It's an alien.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh!
Long-tailed hummingbird. Look how long that tail is.
Where is he now?
To your right. Green with a big, long black tail. Oh, we're going into the Japanese area. Bonsai. It's self-explanatory. I think John Thomas would come down from heaven and go crazy here. Our friend passed away. There are lots of bonsai trees. Wow, what a nice place. The bonsai really turned me on. We haven't seen anything like this since Japan.
What bird is doing that?
Oh, hydrangeas. Taxi ride was $3 for the 4 of us. Oh, look at that. Tom got front door service. We had to walk across the street.
We're gonna go find out if they have some.
It's almost like walking downtown Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Hey, John. One couple is from Indianapolis. It's with us.
Say hi, John.
Hey, say hi, Tom.
He's from
Indianapolis.
Oh, John, he's a lawyer. So I don't know if that was a good wave or a bad wave.
Good lawyer, though.
He never comes in second place.
Never comes in second place.
Oh, we got
a windy road.
It's just
a shortcut.
It's not. It's clean water. It's just foamy.
It's Monday. Time to go to Galapagos.
They're joining the highway.
We are now going to join the superhighway into the airport. The reason we have
Close in a different is because
traffic.
this is Quito, but because of when the city grows, the people move outside of this, fissure in the valleys. So there are thousands of millions of people in the valleys that they work in the city of Quito. So all this is special because everybody for the valleys, they go to Quito. So in the morning we have this special organization of the roads to make the traffic more fluid from the valleys to Quito. And in the afternoon is the opposite. With everybody from the city goes to the valleys, they do the opposite. Like a 4 ways to the valleys and just 2 coming from the airport. That is the reason you get like a 7, from the airport. You have the traffic in the opposite way. So that's
Sure wasn't like this at 1 o'clock in the morning when we came in. It was empty. Now I know why we took the shortcut. We're at the airport. This is the flight we're taking. It's a stop where we refuel, pick up more passengers, and head out over the Pacific. We won't be getting off the plane at this little town. The environment kind of looks a little bit like Karor.
In Peleliu.
Well, near Peleliu, yes.
Oh, that was in, what was the name of the island? Palau.
Palau. In Palau, yeah. One of the reasons to stop here is get our fuel. We've got 600 miles over the Pacific yet before we get to the islands. This whole place is a bunch of islands. We have arrived. First of all. Just like walking ashore at Truck. About 85 degrees. All made it through security, immigration. We're about ready to get up and go.
This is the capital, Puerto Valparaíso Moreno, the island San Cristobal. Outside, my friend Hector is waiting for us. We are going to do
everything with Hector. He'll bring it to the boat. Welcome to downtown. Yeah. This is a lot like St. Croix. Really. Hammerhead shark.
Stand under that sign.
Have to put up with these guys. Look at the little one. He went for a drink.
Oh, look at the...
They just climb in and out. You are here. Small town. Very laid back. Military ship. And these two little boats that are here on the other side of the seals basking. One was illegal fishing. The other one was caught with drugs on board. Maybe they'll sink them as artificial wrecks. Aha. We're about to go on those things. Oh, hi, matey.
That's no problem. Do you know that real pirates didn't say arr?
Oh, sure they did.
You don't know. Nope, that's
Not even
fact.
once.
Nope.
Home sweet home. I live
and you know the permission of the everything. But yes, this afternoon I would like to swim.
Yes.
And then we do something else extra. Maybe to see some wildlife or a ride. So well, this is going to be our home, no? So you see, it's very familiar. It's a small boat.
Okay, we're in the giant tortoise room. It's not real giant, but it's nice and cool and air conditioned, and can't get our beds any closer.
Closet?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
And the bathroom.
Very formal.
Aha! Aha!
Hi, welcome.
We survived.
Okay, how can we...
Hardship 2. We'll survive. Much better than a Thorfinn.
So here we are, ready to go to lunch. We are locked in our room.
The engineer is outside.
The engineer is on his way. I think this is going to drive me to drink.
Okay, right full rudder. Well, I was thinking of maybe a midships. Oh, look at that big puffer.
Wow!
You see the frigate bed with the red pouch?
Yes, look at him.
Sexual selection, no?
Look at him, he's just showing off.
Love is in the air.
He's looking for a girlfriend.
There's another one.
What, do you have another wish that we can fulfill?
Oh, you want to look?
No.
Oh, look at the car.
Oh, that guy in the tree.
I see him. Right there.
Oh, look at that one.
Frigate.
The great frigate bird.
In season, the frigate birds, they don't have the males, they don't have the red pouch, it's normal. So this mating season takes like almost 3 weeks to expand the skin, but then they can deflate and inflate.
Just going exploring. Hi, guy.
Oh, there's another one in the rocks up there. See the one up there? Looks like a rock.
Yeah. It's barely moving.
Well, hi there.
This guy's just smoking and joking
That's
underneath.
a blue-footed booby.
That's a blue-footed booby?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good on top of the cactus.
Oh, look at
Big pouch.
Oh, and the pretty cactus besides.
With the red pouch.
It's flying with his
That's cool.
balloon pouch open, all red. It's coming in for a bombing run.
Yeah.
I got him.
That's amazing.
Look at that. Welcome to get down.
Now the blue-footed booby, the reason their feet are blue is the cellular structure around their toes is like a prism. And when the sun hits it, it reflects back blue. At night, look at one of these things and their feet are not blue.
They're like prisms.
Male and female.
The female is taller and thinner, looks like.
The female is bigger than the male. Yes, this is one characteristic. Look.
Is this day one?
Yeah. It's day one. It's already done. It's already gone.
And our moon, full moon. They're going to go through the tunnel. The anchor's coming up.
They went to the high one. Yeah. They didn't have to hit the deck.
No lives were lost. Yeah.
Tonight is the tequila water, mango juice, corn, empanada corn with meat, is the salt, onion, tomato, and pimiento, sorry. There you have an dessert. And sanitizer.
Lovely.
Lovely.
What is that?
Mango juice. This is an empanada.
Empanada?
Oh, there it's coming.
Oh, up here on the bridge with our ghost pilot, we're sailing away into the westerly sunset. Commander and whatever it was in Russell Crowe islands looked a lot like this in that movie. Some of them were a little more desertly.
Isle de Lobos.
Isle de Lobos. We'll be leaving Isle de Lobos. I wonder if there's anybody out there. Only so many boats allowed on the Galapagos, and it's almost like a liquor license. You can sell your rights to somebody else with a different boat, but you can't just stay here after you sell your rights.
point one and point two is everybody's gonna go there in the back of the boat. I not use that word, no? Not technical. Back of the boat where the shoes are, where you have the wetsuit, where we have the dinghies, like that. That is gonna be the meeting point or assembly room, master. There's two things that you need to do, okay? The rest, we, the crew, they have a regular training, we have a specific roles for emergencies, such as we need to be together. So they were like a, you know, making a special cleaning and everything.
Welcome on board, welcome to Galapagos Island. Enjoy this trip.
Now you have the Captain Paul.
Hola, buenas noches, mi nombre es Jorge, soy el segundo a bordo, bienvenido.
Jorge is the helmsman on board, first mate. Jorge.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Héctor, soy el marinero. Bienvenido.
Héctor is a sailor. Okay, these people is like a multitask. It's like a 3, 6, 9 people that they need to cover everything because first mate, sailor, but they also are dinghy riders and stuff like that.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Darwin, soy el chef a bordo, bienvenidos.
There we have the two guys that are going to make prepare the delicious food. And Darwin, one of the chefs, easy to remember because of the Charles Darwin. Huh?
Hello, my name is Leo. I am the second cook. I am from Santa Cruz, I guess.
There you have Leo, also easy to remember by Leonardo DiCaprio.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Arturo, soy el maquinista, bienvenidos a bordo.
Okay, there we have two guys that works in the engine room. You don't see frequently because the machine works 24/7, but we have the first one.
Muy buenas noches, mi nombre es Ronnie, soy el segundo maquinista, bienvenido.
And that's Ronnie, the second guy that works in the engine room. Okay, Ronnie.
Hello. Hello, my name is Juan Carlos. I am the bartender for Quito and Galapagos.
And very soon your best friend, Juan Carlos, JC.
Good evening, dear friends. My name is Mildred. Welcome.
That's the princess of the, in the team.
Yes. Yes.
Very good.
Salud. Salud.
Bienvenidos a Galapagos. Welcome to Galapagos.
Yes.
Paradise.
Mm.
What is this?
Oh my.
The crew. I'm gonna help.
It's oh my. Oh my. It's good.
¿Cómo se llama este?
This is a flamingo. It even has feathers in there.
Yeah, the potatoes aren't real colorful, Tommy.
No.
First dinner on board. Very nice. I don't know the name of the town, but it doesn't matter. They say a lot of the crew have family here, so a lot of the crew have gone ashore.
Do they leave at midnight? We leave at midnight.
Look at that house on the left. Landed in Isle of St. Christopher, Cristobal tonight, and we did a little snorkeling there. And tonight we're going to motor over to the big island, Isle Baltra, and do some exploring on that point. That's 2. Then we're going to the Isle of Santa Fe, and then we'll motor around the Isle of Santiago, and then we'll go back to the big island of whatever, and hotel is going to be there for our very, very last day, and we'll fly out. There's an old military U.S. Navy base used to patrol during the Second World War to protect the Panama Canal, and that's where we fly out of back to Iguanas. The moon sunset.
And then look at the sail.
It's a little rough crossing. Boy, you can hear sea lions barking. Oh, the sun god has arisen. Hey, sun god.
Is it gonna pop out? That must be the other oat group, right?
No idea.
Was it another group? There was another group, and I didn't know.
Yeah,
If they
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think they rode.
Maybe not.
I wonder if we'll try. I'll ask.
You know, that's a pretty bright star out there.
Oh.
Say it looks just like
Yeah. We had our picture taken with the sunset days.
Yep. The ball of fire has arisen.
Look at the reflection on the water.
The Archipel 1, basically. We are Archipel 2. So they're very similar to one
they were
another.
drinking last night. They were sleeping in. Jeez.
Boy, they must have a sleepy group on board. Nobody's up.
Good morning.
Hi.
This is our first morning in the Galapagos, and we're up with the see the sunrise and the moon set.
And
It's just unbelievable.
And the sea lions.
Oh, the sea lions are out there too.
What do we got right here?
We're sure.
We're ready. We got our walking sticks and our water and our walking shoes.
Birds are not afraid of anybody. Slow tide. Lots of crabs. Lots of birds. Lots of cactus. Lots of. Republic de Ecuador. The iguanas, the land iguanas, not the sea iguanas. Crawling around all over the place.
Without, and nature is generous, maybe you can have a iguana very good. Because that's automatic. It takes thousands.
Yeah.
So don't miss the opportunity.
Look at this one right.
Oh, yeah.
There's a seal mother with its calf eating.
They do have ears. Do they have ears? Ready? Ready. Well, okay, I'll get it. Alberto. Alberto.
I know, for example, people, they ask me what they're going.
He's in the shade of
Dad?
that rock down there. He's white.
He's right under that big rock.
There's a little chick under the rock.
There's a great big crab. There's a crab coming to get him.
Swallowtail is a nocturnal bird. It's up at night and sleeps during the day. Hi Guy, how are you? I'm fine. Having a good day? Seen Godzilla lately? No? Haven't seen Godzilla? Okay. Under the bird.
Okay, that's what I thought. I thought, really? Is that there exploding?
The egg. See these cactus, 100 to 200 years old. And those are the young ones. He's foraging.
Oceanic islands. Yeah? And this different with another kind of islands that we call the continental islands. The continental islands long time ago they were fused to the main. The hottest spot is a point of intense heat, which is located under the ocean crust. Imagine this is the crust, and emits lava, works 24/7. So the lava is accumulating in the bottom of the sea, and one day you can see the top of a big volcano of sea level, like San Cristobal, but just is the tip of the volcano. Because underwater, the volcanoes are 3 times larger than the surface. It's only that day, as a perfect, in 2 weeks can be seen.
There's a skeleton
You know those stories about
of a big
fishermen
iguana
from
that died long ago. The weight on the rock.
But that explains everything in Galapagos because we have a predominance of reptiles. Giant, you saw the lizards, the lizards, iguanas, marine iguanas, giant tortoises, geckos, snakes, all those are reptiles.
And they have the animals that you see now, imagine how was the process, long, like rafting and everything. And who arrived first? Male, female? I mean, in iguanas, how you start a population? Male, female?
An old lava tube that has collapsed. About 1 billion years old. Yeah, maybe 1.5 billion.
Collapsed, he said. So it wasn't not even a lava tube and then it collapsed.
Iguanas like the cactus. And that's why the big cactus, that's all that's left is the big tall ones, where the petals fall off and they eat it. The little cactus, you don't see any of it, because the little iguanas eat it right up as soon as it sprouts. So what they've done is they're trying to transplant and grow cactus. And that's what the fences are for. Goats were also introduced to the island. They've eradicated most of that. But the goats also devour the cactus. Walking sticks are a must here. Good shoes would be okay too, but I'm just wearing Crocs. Good traction bottom, good feel. I can feel the rocks underneath me. That helps a lot. Get a hard shoe, I don't think you could feel the terrain underneath you. The sea lion poop is what actually has coated all these holes in the rock. During mating season, this area is just covered with sea lions.
So that is the mystery of this sea lion poop. Okay.
This pillow lava. They say it occurs when the lava flow is on the underwater time period when the island was forming. The cold water would go around the lava and make these smooth pillows. And then it broke surface. So we're on a journey. Travelers on a journey. Most of the greenery is real green. It's a wet season. Because when the dry season comes, everything turns real red. It's similar to what tips you're seeing now. All this is just brilliant red in the dry season.
I think we are going to walk with the breeze. It's going to be better. You see the island over there? That is Santa Fe.
Oh.
That's where we go later, no? So after this walk,
interesting view. Let's not get too close. And that's a swimming marine
out of the water.
iguana.
Big.
Iguana.
I think it was a whale, but I wondered if that made sense.
Can be. No,
I
why
only
not?
saw it once.
This
It
is
was
the
kind
ocean.
of just out where these light patches are with the
Oh,
birds. Yeah, but it
He's a swimmer.
looks big.
Big.
Nazca booby.
What we call brown noddies. N-O-D-D-Y, noddies. Brown noddies. So we have this one, the black one. Brown noddies. We have 3 kinds of boobies.
That's
So far,
sea iguana.
2/3. 70%.
It's a swimmer.
Of the boobies, 50. This is the ship one.
It's coming down to get me. Wants me to take him out snorkeling.
But this island, see the cactus, we have real cactus. I remember they wait for falling cactus.
Here's the example of where they're trying to grow a new cactus. Gosh, a lighthouse. Yeah, light beacon.
This is nice. You're like this. You have the,
See the iguana at the base? And the pelican. Look at that clear water down there.
the special is the beak. Modifications, you see? sharp and long beak that is designed to introduce in the fruit or in the flower of the prickly pear. Yeah? But what is doing in the ground if it's a cactus finch?
Cactus finch doing his thing. It's one of the 5 different finches that Darwin used to justify is that female
Been having an argument.
and the male with the spikes on his
He's not
head.
kind of gentleman, no? He's on the shade of the
He's in the shade, yeah.
There's a big hotel right there.
He's nice and colorful.
But he's getting ready to shed? Is that what he said?
Kind of a squid or
He's feeding the
or
baby.
octopus. Take a look, this is nice.
What are we looking at?
Feeding the baby.
You see the 2 birds? One is feeding the chick, but has something slimy like a squid and like a look. Even the chick cannot break. You see? Look.
Oh, look at that.
Wow.
Mom, go on back and get me another piece of squid. I'm getting hungry. That was breakfast. I need lunch.
That is weird because sometimes you have beautiful things.
Crabbies, crabbies, crabbies. And these guys are in their hot tub.
Yeah. Look at the back of the bread from the sun. And then they come back.
So you say just as a trick. So the animals avoid.
Okay. Throughout nature.
Back on board, total refreshment. Few chips.
That is great. Good.
We're going to get underway shortly. Albatross are just flying. Frigate birds just flying right along with us.
Do you have your videos, Tom?
As the 2 boats kind of sail together. The Santa Cruz. Hey, what you doing out there? Waiting for the ship to sink, aye? Look at those birds flying over the other archipelago.
Look at all those birds. They're in the center.
Is it still? Yeah. 2 guys hard at work.
Going back in?
Need a couple of drinks? No, we gotta go snorkeling later and walking on rocks. No drinks until afterwards. Coming up to the Isle of Santa Fe. Yeah, some of them are sleeping.
It's not very deep, is it?
No. He just untethered it. Just hanging. I think this is going to be a wet landing on the beach there. I'm just guessing. It's a couple feet down. I think it's time for lunch, to tell you the truth. They're going kayaking. Aye, aye. And my girl's gonna go by herself. look at me. See you later, Gator.
There she goes.
It's doing pretty good. And the chase boat will follow them, pick up the pieces. Looking for spotted eagle rays that went by.
Spotted eagle.
It's a wet landing.
You can come to the, here is always shallow. Over there is different.
These guys say, don't make any shade. We want the sun. Smells like sea lion. You know what sea lion smells like? You can't imagine. Oh, I think I need to take a nap too. Is that my mom? That's my mom. I'm hungry. I gotta find my mom. You my mom? No, I don't think you're my mom.
No pictures don't do it without you going.
Eating. Okay, Mom. I'm hungry. These guys are complainers. Mom, turn back over. You get away from me. You're not mine.
He wants to eat.
I'm hungry, Mom. Just hold still. Definitely a little rougher on this terrain. Fairly rough terrain.
Shaman room in the Mindalay Museum. The shamans, Jachaks is the name, no? Jachak is the proper name, not shamans. Shamans is something that we use because we know.
Well, there are iguanas on this island. They're just spread out. It's such a big island.
Oh, I didn't even see the pig.
Yeah, 200-year-old cactus. The iguana are here. It's just hard to find them because this is such a big island. There's a lot of iguanas. They're just spread out.
Okay, guys, easily 400 years.
400 years.
Before the guide. Okay. Before the guide. Discover Galapagos. I'm sorry. Yeah. What's interesting, the opuntias are endemic to Galapagos, but there are many varieties, almost 14. So every island is different. What do you see different from the opuntias we saw in the morning?
It's got a longer trunk.
Bigger, huge.
Santa Fe lion iguana.
Oh yeah, I think I just backed into that and it was like sharp. Maybe it's like it has little thorns on it. Ouch.
That is more.
There's nothing on myself. But it was this. Yeah.
So he says Santa Fe?
This is only from Santa Fe and the cactus only from Santa Fe.
So this is the only place you see this iguana.
Exactly. And apparently the only part of the trail. Because we were working the night.
Yeah, let's see. Yvonne's.
See, I got the Shelly leg out there.
Oh,
man.
That's the way he stands when he has his picture.
Literally growing out of a crack in a rock. Notice how it's 90 degrees, 90 degrees. He says that's because for wind resistance. Balance with the wind. How that guy got on top of that rock. We saw another seal back there on the rocks. You'd think that'd be painful to get up here. This is Seal Rock. I think they all gather here for the evening cocktail. But to get back down to the water is over these rocks. Look at that pup with the mom. You'd think that'd be really hard on the old body. And the other beach. There was close to 200 of them on that first beach. Looks like there's about 50 on this side. We're underway on fossil fuel again. And there's the hardy campers up there. Sailing into the sunset. To the next island. It's a long trip tonight. We're dropping the hook in this little protected bay. We got a lecture and dinner.
Some sugar, you smash, ice, and then you add rum and you shake it. And we love this because in the highlands they like those hot drinks, but here in the coast we like very cold caipirinhas, or we mix also with coconut water, cold coconut water, and we call agua loca, crazy water. Your friends, you know.
What do we do? Sometimes limes in Minnesota are 75 cents a piece.
I am so thirsty.
Gracias.
For sugar.
Oh, Cisco. Oh, Pancho.
Very good, JC.
Mamma mia.
Good bartender.
Oh.
Ziggy zaggy, hoy hoy hoy.
You're going to
more stuff.
I go to your spot, if you wake at 2 or 3 in the morning, it's like,
Okay, now you can talk. I have
It's a beautiful day. It's 80 degrees, and we're going snorkeling.
We are going snorkeling.
We are.
Cheryl, is Sue not going with us? No.
And back home, how deep is the snow, Tom?
12 feet and rising. I think that sun's going to come up again too. Well, we went transit last night from Santa Fe to the island of Santiago. It was a little bumpy at times, but it just rocked me to sleep. No problem. Campers up here to watch the sunrise.
He who gets his own rice or something, I don't know what.
I think that sun's going to come up again. That's a good thing. Positive thinking.
Well, the moon is back.
For breakfast, it's another hike, and then snorkeling again. They say there's coral reefs here, right? Actual coral. See the peaks way in the distance. It's a big island. There's an example of one of the 100 liveaboards that are available around the islands. Smaller, nice, but I like this bigger one. And the two-hull catamaran, I think, is a little more stable, even though a small one like that would probably be faster. But we got lots of time. It's not the sun, it's a volcano erupting. Lava heron.
Lava heron. Cool.
Oh, he's really beautiful.
We are going to take a short ride, huh?
Oh, we're not going in here. I thought maybe that was a secret tunnel.
I have a secret tunnel. You see that color of the pelican? That is breeding plumage. It's called brown pelican, but there's no brown there, you see?
Oh, it's a
But,
great photo.
but when the point of the beak turns pinkish, that is mating season, huh, for them. And they appear in the back of the neck, a brown feather. So all this is like a brown, just the back of the neck. That's called brown pelican. But out mating season, you don't see the brown. It's just gray. You know?
Place to land. Wetland.
Wetland.
No sea lion.
This eruption here was about 100 years ago. That's the black lava.
See?
But all different
And the
times, it
brown,
wasn't a big
that's a
event.
million
We
years
don't have
ago.
big trees. So all those big trees, logs, came from the mainland.
We have a welcoming committee here. Assuming iguana.
It's right up there, right ahead. I can see what's not in
The black lava over there is about 100 years old. The eruption, 1905-ish. The brown is that's a million years old. Wet landing done. Shoes back on. So I don't have to worry about how wet they get. Time to start hiking.
Of erosion, very easy on those things because it's only ash. Even with your hands, with your fingers, you can erode that.
Oh.
Yep. So those are the two cones, are the brain beach rocks. This one here, we call spatter cone. Spatter cone. Yep. The material you're gonna see. If you take some rocks, you're gonna see a lot of holes. So there's a lot of gas activity, no? So all the islands at the beginning look like a Chinese hat say. In Galapagos, we have the volcanoes we call shield volcanoes, or in Hawaii, because they look like a soft plate upside down, or a shield with its convex upside down.
One time out there, around was an island, and the lava flow that's come down from the eruption and totally surrounded it, turning the island into part of a big island. Very interesting. The magma chamber is literally right underneath us. This is the center of the Galapagos. Tip.
There you are,
White tip shark.
That is white tip.
White tip.
Nurse shark. It's inviting you.
Yeah, into the water.
Don't go in the water.
Wow, beautiful.
That one down there was watching us saying, "What are you doing to my old brother's shell?" Explaining the life and death of a crab. Oh, marine iguana, very black.
Hiding.
Hello, how are you? I'm fine. Run away, run away.
It's so amazing how they just blend in with the rock.
Oh yeah. Very black. Where's Ma? She must be somewhere. I'm getting hungry. It's time for my 10 o'clock lunch.
Remember, sea lions, just to remind you, when the female have the baby, the first 2 weeks, stay papa and mommy. Female don't move, stay with the baby. After that, the females needs to recover the energy and goes fishing and return maybe 10 to 14 days after. 2 weeks. The good part is after.
Once you beach, you had at least square lines to step up and down. Here, there's nothing square. It's all round, jagged. You got to keep your eyes on your feet.
Watching to see how many casualties we have.
Yeah, I was looking for a broken arm or a leg somewhere. Improve the excitement. Across one of the park rangers had the same Crocs on that I had. A close up. Here's a shoe in comparison. On the 2 bridge. Is this for lunch?
Just be careful with the egg.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just amazed at the roughness. You want to take a picture, you stop looking at your feet and then look up. This is low tide.
Sometimes the classic photo, no?
High tide, the water's splashing way up and over us. Beautiful. Winds come out of the southeast, off the main continent. And if you look at any one of the islands, they're all eroded from that direction. The lower portions, that's the southeast. And as you're a mariner back in sailing time, that meant a lot to you. Besides your navigational capabilities with the sun and maybe a compass. Here's my Explorer. I'm looking for waves. I got it. Yvonne didn't get it. That's good. She didn't get wet.
Go close to the
Lava bridge. Tube, yeah. Pretty neat. Stuff. The base of Mexican hat. There's another to your left in the bushes there. Oh, another example of a wet landing. Shame you can't bottle this, just like all the other beautiful places in the world. You gotta come and see it. Videos are okay, but you gotta touch it. Here comes the boats.
Let me tell you that anyway, you're working a boat.
Sí, puede ser con esto. Se le saca la grasa de encima y se pone.
So take all the fat, all the stuff, out, and then it's gonna be ready. You know the oil doesn't permit the lime to cook the fish. It's gonna taste like it.
Bueno, procedemos a poner la cebolla.
Just
y aquí procedemos a poner el limón. Lime.
Lemon or lime?
Lime.
Lime. No.
But you can use lemon. No? I mean, just we don't have that one there. Okay, we're gonna try it, but you can see how it is. It's the same one. No? Just the difference is this is my plate. That we make. I know there are many versions, but this is how we make in Galapagos. Like Saturday morning, Friday morning, every day in the morning. You have like a ceviche, and people think like a cool beef. This is a beach food, something with a cold drink. It's called something.
That's what we'll do.
Instead of croutons, they use popcorn and chips.
Then JC is the magic man. Remember that the next is...
Yes, need to put some of that in there.
I would say just you can ask him by the river.
What we got coming?
Lots of stuff. Beef, chicken, fish, corn, beans, potatoes, lots of stuff. Recap, there's where we landed. Cristobal. Over to the big island of Santa Cruz, the Santa Cruz Island. Then down to Santa Fe. And then last night it was around
Can I try
Santa Cruz.
and a large, and then I'll let you know
Up
which.
to Santiago.
Okay.
And we're at Santiago now.
Let me.
Tomorrow we'll go across
I'll do
back
this one first, and then it may be
to
too
Santa
much
Cruz.
faster,
And then around the bottom of Santa
This is a large,
Cruz,
what do you think for?
that's where we get off the boat, and we've got a hotel there. And we eventually fly out. It's down into the engine room we go. Down into the engine room we go. RO unit.
And some water that is not, modern phones are like a
600 pounds.
That water takes the extra.
Silver, high pressure
First, you need to know that everything that you see here, we have exactly the same in the other side. Twice, no? Because we have two places. So this is the main machine to process propel. So this one is a Cummins, is the brand? Yeah,
45 TW generator, one on each side. Main engine, sewage treatment
the
control.
side is the treatments to bacteria, that works.
Oh, now it's time to go down and look at the kitchen.
Yeah, go from here.
Don't let me step on you.
I'm hurrying. And it's just
Wow.
Estamos frías, yo saqué un poco. La olla está más caliente todavía. Sí, es la misma que hay.
Out to the west side of Santa Cruz. Quite different cacti on here. We're on the west side of Santa Cruz.
butterfly. Yellow butterfly.
Santiago in the distance. Eden. East of. Lots of sulfur butterflies. Yellow sulfur. Brackish lagoon. Definite eruption point at one time. MR ducks. MR. Ground finch. This is one of the finch birds. There's 5 different varieties on the Galapagos. And Darwin used the finch as an example of mutation. Because in the rest of the world, all the finches are alike except on 5 of these different islands. Mockingbird.
The history is not fair, no? When Darwin was here, he was very young.
Iguana nest. Hole.
That is a lot.
They say if you come back here in about 3 months, this is the wet season, but you come back here in 3 months, this will all be brown, red, brown. So I think we're here at the right time of year. Good choice. The big city is at the far end of this island where the clouds are. That's where people wanted to be because it rains more there. Because the clouds come up against the mountains and there's water. Goats were the worst thing to hit this island and all the other ones. The sailors would release them thinking, well, next time we come back we'll have goat meat. The goats ate just about everything. In competition with the big tortoises, not a good thing. So they spent $10 million here not too long ago, put a bounty on all goats, and they killed over 80,000 goats. There's still a few around, they say, but in general most of the goats are gone. It takes about 8 hours to steam around this island to our next stop, which is way over there on the mountains. Or if you could walk through it, 35 miles that way. It looks a lot farther than 35 miles. Goats also attack the booty of the iguana, which prime is cactus, but this low grass. So you're an animal activist. You probably wouldn't like to come here and hear the story about the goats dying. Those poor, poor goats. Man's mistake. Good intention, but man's mistake. We saw a cactus that was 100 to 200 years old, big trees. This is a fresh cactus. It is about 10 to 12 years old. It grows very slow. Blue Sharon. Hey, pretty neat place.
Yeah, perfect.
The tide out. Maybe we do have a dry landing or a dry pickup. Feel the earth beneath my feet. About this lava rock, it doesn't really move around, so it's pretty well glued together. No loose, not too many loose pieces. There are some. No, they're trying to turtle at the seal.
One is for me, one for the captain, okay? You're gonna be next to the
Right.
Thank goodness. Are you playing the helmets?
Yours looks better than mine. Oh,
You want a trade?
No.
I've got all this gin.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Thank you.
guys with the shrimp farm, they have, you know, the export shrimp, they attack and they rob it. So we have pirates, river pirates. Like if nothing here.
I don't know if you can hear me. Hello, hello. This will be our third dive, snorkeling that is. It's supposed to be nice coral, we'll see. Andale, andale, riba, riba, riba. Little guy. It's a penguin, right? Ah. Hi, Phil. Hi, Florida. Florida. Okay.
Oh, look at that.
There's a current in here.
Yeah, there is. I couldn't believe I never saw so many starfish.
Any second now. It's like doing a little cave dive in here. Are you? No, this is the best part. This is going to the internet.
I totally flopped it. I couldn't help it. I have no more energy. I think I was so close to those rocks, and I reached down and I couldn't touch it. I felt like I was about that far from it. Yeah, I felt like, oh, now I gotta go around this thing, and I'm gonna be able to swim over it.
Hon, that's a wonderful hairdo.
You love it? That's my new do. Yeah, we all look so.
Good morning. We're on the south side of Santa Cruz, big island. Puerto Aurora? I can't remember the name. Anyway, we're getting off the ship here later on today. Another tour. And checking into a hotel, I believe. Kind of a bumpy ride last night. It was a long ride. But again, this is a big island.
Yeah, yours is.
And our full moon's still up there.
Right.
Keeping an eyeball on us.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the smart way to do it. You can blur the background.
Oh, okay, well, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. Certainly not.
You download JPEG, or not JPEG, PDF file.
All packed. Yvonne's up trying to proof my log, as bumpy as it is, from what I can remember. Good morning, dear.
Good morning, love. It's our last day on the ship.
Last day on the ship. Loading stores for the next group. Another OAT group is right behind us. Captain?
Oh, we're going home. Or kind of.
Kind of.
We're going to go see the big tortoises first, though.
Oh, the tortoises. Okie doke. They're still loading, and their cook is going. Where's my tomatoes? Where's my turkey? Where's my? Last breakfast on the boat. Oh.
Yes.
I know.
The last. Yep. Not the last.
Kind of like the Last Supper.
Yeah.
Scuba tanks that are here are to top off the ribs, pump them up every day because they lose a little water. They lose a little air, and I hope they lose a lot of water. The bags, oh my, the bags. And the bags, and the bags. Bags went that away. See you, sea lions. Go anywhere they can find. So long, Archipelago, go to. Taxis. Well, this is our third stop on the same island, Santa Cruz. It's a big island, though. This is more the touristy people who don't have boats. They just come to visit, jump on a boat for a day or two, maybe a week or two.
This is my great-grandparents' house. You see the blue and white?
Oh!
What house, honey?
The blue and white one.
What is it?
His grandfather's house.
Oh, his grandfather's
Yeah.
house. Dive shop? Diving here would be a challenge. And if you like fish and coral, I guess it's okay. Shipwrecks, he says we have them, but nobody goes to them. They're way out there.
For this small town. Even that we have a law that you cannot bring a car. We can buy cars, but we cannot bring cars. Now, so you must have a special, extremely special reason that you can prove. And then maybe the local government can give you a chance to bring a car. So people like
I'm gonna go walking. We're in the highlands now. Into the bush. Let's see.
Yep. So remember when with time the islands start shorter and shorter because the tectonic plate moved to the east and until they disappear. So this is what happened with time.
This is literally the collapse of magma hotspot at one time. The reservoir just caved in after no more input from the Earth's core, and the whole thing collapsed.
You see those that tree on the right hand side with like a very shiny green leaves? That is quinine. Quinine.
Another much deeper caldera.
This is like a deeper, but the perimeter is smaller. Huh? But here is maybe more sense. You see the mountain in front?
Yeah.
On the left? That you see the depression on top? That is a volcano.
That is the volcano that this magma chamber used to feed. This is a fumarole. It's where the gases from the magma chamber would just expel.
Around is all yellow, you know, the sulfur mines around it. But now this don't IT, but this was the bulb to escape the gases from the magma reservoir.
Is that what we swam into yesterday?
They say a few years back a painter was up here and he disappeared. And they estimated he fell down this vent hole. He says the Rangers went down over 100 feet and it just kept going down and down and down. So they gave up. Big hole. They're roadblocks.
They're on strike.
Speed bumps. They're big speed bumps. Ah, this is the place, and there's turtles everywhere. Little ones, big ones. Example there. He's 20 years old. Here's some ancient examples. Not ancient, but passed away turtles representing size. We're on Santa Cruz. There are turtles on all the other islands, but this place is like a reserve to promote the growth of turtles. They're running around all over the place. They need a dog out here to herd them. A slow dog, an old dog, like me.
This is the ants thing.
It's not muddy, but they say there's fire ants here, so it's better safe than sorry. Now, me, I've got the decorative yellow ones. They are really bright. We are in. Boy, I tell you. Ooh, nice. Ooh.
Where are we?
400 pounds? 140 years old.
They'll get up to 200 years old.
Oh, smile, sweetie.
Okay. That sounded a little more like it.
Create a numeration with the scales that you have. Always there are 40 scales in you know, in the
Got
middle
a face
to the
like a
left,
snapper.
the middle to the right in the back. So one scale was from the unit.
120 years old and 400 pounds.
The others were for the 10.
Get him on board a ship would be difficult.
So you wanted the 2001.
The males keep growing. After about 25 to 30 years, the females stop growing.
Larger than in the females because inside the tail,
So the big ones are the
the
males.
penis. So it's good to have a long tail to introduce the penis into the female genital area.
They're more active in the morning. It's 10 o'clock
When it's the rainy season.
in the rainy season. Even though it's never rained on us the whole time.
You see the growing greens? These are like a young ones, like a 80.
Like us.
About 80 years old.
One over here. That one's even younger. The tiny one could be like a 15, 20.
15 years on that little one on the left.
40, 50 hours.
Lead the way, Charlie. Rest up.
All these guys?
They like ponds for temperature regulation,
That is the
plus
secret how they
the
live
mud
so much.
helps to
Therapy.
eliminate
Does the park put
parasites.
the water in here?
No. This is rainy season. There's
It's
another
just
pond.
natural. This is
They get covered with mud, temperature regulation, and the like. And again, the mud is to keep the parasites off. They have a tendency to crawl underneath the bushes, like this big guy. Sailors would come looking for the turtles for food. They would just follow the paths that the turtles had done to areas like this. It's where the turtles are headed to water for mud and cooling. And they drag the turtles off. It was a giveaway where they're hiding. Oh, this is something called Red Lake. Mud bath, just what everybody needs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah?
Yeah, this one here. This one's pissing or farting.
Just farted a whole bunch, or pooped a whole bunch, one or the other. Back. The saddleback, the ones with the carapace that has an opening on the top, so they could reach up for the cactuses on a different part of the island. Islands. Not here. Making breathing noises. Guess that was after the fart. There's nothing but a big cesspool. Smells like one at least. You're drinking that? Yes, you are. Oh my gosh. You must have a great intestinal fortitude. This helps a little. Lemongrass tea. Excellent. Good refresher. Good banana.
Local bananas.
Let me have some. Let me have some. A little insight on the life cycle of the dome-shaped tortoise of the Galapagos. The term Galapagos comes from the turtle, not the dome shape, but the saddleback, which has a curve in its upper carapace, so it can reach up and get cactus. The Spanish named the island Galapagos because that turtle shell looked a lot like the saddle that they used, called the Galapagos. Number of bird people with us. Binoculars out for every bird. Checking this artist out, who does some good work on wood.
Father-in-law. It's a family business and his son. Okay, it's all reading about there. So he works with cedar. You know, he found something legal, no? A lot of cedar.
Oh, that's where all these things come from. Example of saddleback. See how the carapace shell opens up so it can reach up and get the cactus. Hey, she's got her chair. I think we can use this.
I'm gonna bring this home.
Bring it home?
Yeah, I had it carved just for me.
Okay, I'm sure shipping would be like $5.
$2,500 probably.
Okay.
But she's worth it.
Pablo me salió un poquito duro.
That didn't take long at all. And he colors it, polishes it real fine. Our hotel. Fairly modern looking. 2104.
It doesn't look like we're going to have a king bed till we get home.
Yeah, I guess not. That's pretty nice.
Very nice.
Plenty of air.
Oh, look at this.
This is acceptable. At least that's what the lawyer would say. Okay, my dear.
I'm not a pope.
So the pool and the bar and the like is just across the little walkway here. Oh yeah. I got a funny feeling I think we're eating here too for lunch.
Yeah, probably.
Infinity pool, hot tub. Seal creeping around the corner. Yeah, I think this guy wants something to eat, but he can't have anything. Whoa, what a nice place. She's got her wine in the cooler, the white wine. It'd be a tough life here. This is like being in Yap at the Better Hotel. The Better Hotel in Yap. Not the Village Inn.
Oh, there is. Come to there is.
We have one.
Went in the pool.
Coffee.
Oh my gosh. You would think that chlorine would bother him. Hairball. Give it up.
There's a crab, a lizard, and a seal in the same photo.
A couple of rays in the water.
You want to jump? Oh, I missed the crab. I didn't.
A happy family.
Yeah.
A few crabs, a little iguana, and a bigger iguana, and a fat seal.
Big, lazy seal.
Sea lion, excuse me. My English is incorrect. It's kind of interesting. There's a celebrity ship out there. It's a small one. It's like a Gauguin ship. I'm just guessing. See the big X on the funnel? Are we going to have a problem with that bird? No. Oh, he crawled right over him.
Last time the sea lion won, this time he won.
He did. He went right over him. That was funny.
This is really laid back. It's set up for tourism. You can even rent an electric scooter if you want. Very laid back town. It's after siesta time and some of the shops are reopening. This is like a cross between St. Croix and Isle Moreras, Isle of Women. It's just a nice place to come and stay for a week. Would be reasonable. And if you want to zip out and do some snorkeling, or jump on a bus and go see the turtles. But our advantage is we were able to hit other islands and see just a little bit of difference here and there in a more isolated configuration versus a tourist snapshot. Dive shops. Well, Charles, Mr. Darwin, how the heck are you? We're going to go see what it's all about. A cemetery for the older families. Similar to what we saw on the mainland. The research station, right?
Possible this kind of adaptation, like for example, this is the flightless cormorant that we have. The only flightless cormorant in the world. That they change the way because they are food in excess.
Now we saw domed Galapagos turtles. These are the saddleback turtles. These are the ones that have the carapace that's open in the top so they can stretch their neck up to reach cactus and eat it.
So with those pinta, we're trying to get someone's 100% pure pinta, but that takes a long, but we have something because the last one died. So we are working on it. But this is very interesting. Which is the unknown DNA? So then you also common sense and history, okay? If we know
about a year old.
Entonces, aquí tenemos
about
este
3 years
centro de
old.
crianza desde 1963. Como se quedan 7 años con nosotros, la
Lonesome George. They had him taxidermied in New York.
So this is the real one, no? So that was the size, saddleback, you see the shell? And of course we have genetic material, maybe in the future to identify we can do something with the technology. But he died very young, you see young. Sometimes people erroneously think this was the oldest, the biggest.
The last of his kind, an extinct species. They figured he was about 120 years old when he died.
What the message here is,
they put him in with females, but he would never get really amorous with them. The theory was there's no other males to compete with, so he didn't care. What are you having?
Coconut ice cream. All coconut.
All coconut. And I think that you use dry ice here because they are hard. Oh, that hurt. Woo!
My feathers up.
I think he missed.
I think so.
The flags are political. There's elections here next week for governor, mayor, things like that. Yeah, any port in the storm. Let's see what they're cooking over there. Cooking up meat. The fish market. Ooh, look at that grouper over there. Big, big, big. Pelicans are waiting for the scraps. So they're the garbage disposal units. Feed me. I'll take anything you got left over. Insides, outsides. Electric scooter rentals. Environment, very safe feeling, comfortable. Take us to a place that's more local environment rather than touristy. Give us a taste of kind of what they call the mystery street. Tables in the street. Locals come here to eat. Not them touristies, but us travelers, I guess, are invited. Kind of like going to Pittsburgh and discovering the food section that we didn't know occurred until 3 days after we were into the town. And it was the best. Advertising the ways, the wheres and the whores. You see it?
That'll be tuna.
Dude. We'll cook it.
I like to use it everywhere. So this is the fish. That's some oil.
$5. Scorpion.
Sorry, husband fish. So we are gonna cook these ones in papilote, you see, in paper, because it's very tender. When you put in the grill, this just melt.
Oh, yeah,
so I ordered 4, so in half, so we have like 8 pieces, just with regular, garlic and stuff like that. And we're gonna have some sauces, like a garlic sauce or coconut, to add in case you want. And also I ordered some cazuelas.
Fillet, but tastes very good. Let me tell you that you will love the flavor of this because it's very tender and very light. Okay? It's like this thing. This is the casserole. Look. Plantain, peanut butter, fish, octopus, shrimp, boiling. Very good. So we are gonna have that. That is, we love this, we love that.
Hair dryer for the rare fish.
Before they hear, they use
Gallon beers here. Hey.
See, it's 1, 8, 12 fingers.
12 fingers of beer.
How many hands?
Twinkle, Hoi, hoi, hoi.
Hoi, hoi, hoi.
And he bought us ice cream. He brought him food.
Dilly.
My brother-in-law says that all the time. Yeah.
Okay, this is the wild bunch. Unique setting. I only hope to have something like this when we go to Rotan. This is the share dish. Corn. The daggone kernels are gigantic from the corn down here. Don't understand that. Clinkle, 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 clinkle.
One of those things where you work on the state.
I love you.
I
think this is another attack place.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
Trying to find a place.
There you go.
Okay, watch that. Yvonne, watch that beer. I'm going to try to... You can't stand my beer, can you?
I still think this is good beer. I mean, it's mild. And we fill it full of fish. Scorpion fish, eyeballs and all, pretty good. These kids have had quite a bit of gallon beer and fish. Scorpion fish. Guys, very good. Again, this is pretty unique. We wouldn't have stumbled into something like this on our own, that's for sure. It's time for an ice cream.
So where we start? They have vanilla, chocolate, guava, and coconut. So you can...
Coconut guava.
Oh, man. Yes.
Perfect.
It's almost 9 o'clock on a Thursday. Very laid back town. A lot of this advertised. Lots of dive shops. Lots of rays. Lots of rays. Look at that. Whole school of rays.
10, 11, 12, 13. Isn't that that black tail or not?
It's just the pier. People smoking and joking on a Thursday night. A lot more locals than tourists. Turtle.
There's a little shark. That's probably the one we saw before.
Nice grouping of rays.
Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would be over 20.
See that?
I saw that.
All those sharks and manta rays and all that good stuff.
Yes, we did.
To the right.
Turtle.
Right down there. We used to get early in the morning. We'd go to Hawaii.
Tortuga. Moon over Santa Cruz. Starting to wane slightly, but it's very orange.
It's that movie.
There's all those rubberneckers up there.
Oh.
Guess I should join them.
Great picture. I got this.
Scuba sharks, diving deep beneath the sea. With our regulators wailing and fins slapping high, we search for the killer of the deep. Scuba sharks, scuba sharks. It's bye-bye time. To the airport, to the airport. Process. No cracks, no freezing. And along all the roads again is the biking and walking path. Well, it's off the bus and it's onto a small island where the actual airport is. The airport was built in 1941 by the U.S. as a spotting and bombing opportunity for any ships or planes, mainly to protect the Panama Canal. Bags on board. Divers on board. You want to go diving?
No. I'm shot.
I'm shot. We're shot.
We had too much fun snorkeling. Why put that much effort into it?
Hey, you guys ready? No, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're ready.
Well, that was a nice restful ferry ride from over there to here. On to another bus. Gracias. Small plane coming in. Aye. There's foundation after foundation after foundation. There was 6,000 soldiers and sailors and airmen on this island, 1941 onwards through the war. The wind turbines that are running, there may be about 0.7 megawatts at the most. They're small. Good looking airport. Security x-ray was broken, so everybody had to lay their bag down and they kind of opened them up, kind of. One of our travelers couldn't find her passport, couldn't find her purse, couldn't find, it was left on the ferry boat. It's coming. I hope. Somebody did find it. It's on its way to the airport. That'd been a nightmare. Hey, there's our plane. Let's go flying over the Pacific looking for Japanese submarines with aircraft on board. Because that's what they did out of this base. We're getting off at Guayaquil. We thought we would stay on the same plane all the way, but they says no, you guys got to get off. I was looking out the window and I saw our bags go off and I went, uh-oh, now it makes more sense. I guess we're moving to a different plane. Yeah, they're putting us on another airplane in about a half hour. We boarded and then we deboarded. I don't know, something wrong with the plane. Got us all off because it was getting hot. Environmental wise. So we're all sitting here. They say a 30-minute delay before we can go back on board. We'll see. We were delayed a good 2 hours. Got off of one plane. Got onto another one. engine oil, but we didn't see them mess around with either engine. Cowling was never open, so who knows? Anyway, hopefully we'll be in the air for a half-hour flight, and we'll see. Time to deplane again. No go on this flying machine.
He's gonna run off.
These winos are having a good time.
And wow, we get on there 4 times.
And one of us party died. Yeah.
Wait,
Wait a couple
we're
years
not going there.
A little wine, a little cheese, and my darling.
There you go.
And mini me.
And mini me.
Mini me.
Oh, into the wild blue yonder, stepping away into the sky.
Ho, 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 ho. Big city. Finally, 6 hours later, on our way to Quito. Here we are repacking. Moving stuff around, balancing out the load.
Mucho good.
Mucho good?
Mucho bueno.
Hey, we had a good time. Good bunch of people we were with. Did a lot of things, and came home to lots of snow. And why did we come home? Well, I don't know. We shoveled 2 feet of snow today. Well, yeah, it is cold out there right now.
Yes, it is. But don't forget, we forgot about that for 26 days while we were in Peru, which included Lima and Cusco and the Amazon and Machu Picchu. And then we left there and we went to Ecuador and we went to the Galapagos Islands and we swam with the seals and the penguins and the fish.
And the sharks.
And the sharks. And then we came back to Wisconsin where it was cold again.
Cold
but it's
again.
Still home.
Yep. Well, we have, Yvonne's got everything washed. The bag's repacked, literally. She's ready to go again. Where are you going next?
Oh, and I'm taking my sombrero with me to Honduras, in Rotan.
Rotan,
Yes.
Well, that's in about a month or so. So, Well, okay, kids.
Bye.
Bye, con Dios.
No, adios.
Adios, amigos. Vayos con Dios, my love. Ding dong.